In the early morning hours at approximately 4:31 a.m., our family received a tragic phone call from a family member who was screaming and crying hysterically. On the other end of the line, Ashton is passing. Christina Gorkani was a woman with a great future. She was making a lot of money. She was a successful OF model. She was only 34 years old, but something very dark was going on in her life. Her family launches an investigation. Her name was Christina Ashton Gorkani, who went by Ashton G online. She passed away in a California hospital in the early hours of Thursday, April 20th, after going into cardiac arrest following her operation. Her final post was a mirror selfie that has become a memorial for her fans. Now, I'm looking at this woman's pictures. She clearly had very many procedures in her life, and this is very sad that she felt pressured to get another one. When you're on Instagram like this, you really look at all of the people, all of the girls on there, all the baddies. When you're also making money and profiting off your looks, that's when it gets to a point when you feel like you want to look better and better because you think that's a bigger opportunity to make money. And many influencers, many celebrities have gotten into this hole. Miss Gorkani underwent many cosmetic procedures during her short life, all of which carried risks she should have been well aware of. I'm sure the surgeons, before the surgery, they make you sign a paper, and this paper makes you not liable for anything that can happen. So this is why these procedures are very dangerous, and especially the BBLs, which are the most riskiest procedure. They're trying to make it safer, but it's still the biggest risk. So let's read next what procedure she was having. Her sudden passing is currently being investigated, related to a medical procedure that took a turn for the worse. This was a very beautiful woman, and she looked to be highly successful. So this is a situation where people need to outweigh the risk to the benefit. Where she already looked like this, she was already making so much money. So why did she feel pressured to get another surgery? People say that these procedures can be very addictive to the point where people cannot stop. And they just feel like they want to look better and better, and they want to replicate how other women look. So
why can't I say I'm Korean? I'm not hurting anyone. That wasn't making me happy. It was an addiction. I've thankfully beat that. Interestingly enough, in Korea and China, a lot of people have surgery to emulate Caucasian features, so a higher nose bridge, double eyelid surgery. So I don't understand why people, have an issue with me having these surgeries to look Korean when everyone in Korea is trying to look, westernized. When you just give a kid a phone and they have unlimited access to the internet, what are they seeing on TikTok? And if they're seeing that from age 3, till they're a teenager, that's 10 years of indoctrination. We should support all people, but kids shouldn't be forced or pressurized to do this from kindergarten.
There's a balance that needs to be struck between the rights of the individual and also as well realizing that this is a mental illness.
Absolutely.
Comment if you have any ideas on how we can stop this in society. The crowdfunding page for her includes a lengthy statement expressing the family's shock and anguish, as well as a brief account of the moments leading up to her passing. Now, in a lot of these, it says that she was trying to resemble Kim, but I do see a resemblance in the face. This is just a very sad situation, and she was a beautiful woman, Christina. Now, a fellow OF model, Mary, paid tribute to Miss Gorkani. Now, she had a lot of surgery herself, and she said, "It is so scary because you never know when you're going to pass from risky surgery. It is so far unclear which procedure she had undergone or what prompted her condition to happen, but her family claimed this is being investigated." So a lot of the time when people go to these foreign countries like DR to get their BBLs, or Turkey, a lot of the time people from the UK go to Turkey, people from US go to DR, Colombia, and a lot of people say the results are much better, but the risk could potentially be higher because legally the process gets more complicated as you go into these foreign countries. How will you sue them if anything happens? Just think about that. And all the time it's cheaper. They say the results are better. But you really need to look into your doctor. Look into many of these factors. Okay, this is from NDTV. In the early morning hours at approximately 4:31 a.m., our family received a tragic phone call from a family member who was screaming and crying hysterically. On the other end of the line, Ashton is passing. A phone call that instantly shattered our world and will forever haunt the family for the rest of their lives. Christina had over 600k followers on Instagram. Now, I'll read her bio. She was an international model. Something else I'm thinking is that a lot of the time when you have these surgeries, it comes with a lot of upkeep. So for example, if you're BBL, like you don't like the shape, your leg can get a little bit misshapen. Your shape cannot be exactly how you want it. And you're like, okay, let's go for a second round. Like maybe you tell your surgeon, let's fix it. And they just do a discount for you because you're already their customer. And instead of going to a new surgeon where it's going to cost more money, you go to your past surgeon. And it can happen again and again and again. But like in this case, she did have multiple procedures. So that's what I'm wondering if this was the case. So for example, if this was something to fix a previous procedure that she had, or this was something new, but I really don't see how it can be something new because she already had so many procedures done. And I'm looking at her profile here. She had highlights, she had fan art, she had fake accounts going on. She did cosplay. She liked cosplay, she liked to travel. Christina Gorkani grew up in an Iranian American family. She was born on the 22nd of October, 1988. She was born in the United States. In the comment section, fans and celebrity friends shared their messages of condolence to the young model's family. She was one of the most gracious, sincerely loving souls I've ever come across, sending love, peace, and healing light to you and yours. One person said, as another commented, I still can't believe it. When I saw your story, I was hoping it wasn't true. We will miss you so much. This is from the Cosmopolitan. The other quotes were from Daily Mail. Such a beautiful soul. Still can't believe this. Another commented, I still can't believe it. When I saw your story, I was hoping it wasn't true. We will miss you so much. Another fan added, I'm so heartbroken this has happened. And what's sad is this woman was so young and she was so beautiful, but I really hope all of you watching don't get pressured from being on Instagram too much. You don't get pressured into procedures that you wouldn't have had otherwise, just for followers or for money from OF. Stay blessed, guys. On this channel, I cover celebrity news, the craziest events, reactions to crazy videos I see online. So hit that subscribe button for more updates.